Hello everyone and welcome to my 59th review. Today I'll be reviewing Gold Digger Sound by Leon Bridges. I have never heard Leon's music before this, but it seemed very promising and very soulful R&B sounding with a lot of hype around the sound sweeter when they released. And while I haven't heard it until now, it's still very promising with Terrace Martin, even on this song. And the album got even more promising with Robert Glasper on the intro and the ink on the song even. But after listening to it, I definitely think this is a very enjoyable, groovy, and beautiful album almost all the way through. Let's get into this. Born Again as the intro is already exciting considering it features Robert Glasper on piano, and this is definitely a beautiful song. Starting very calm with the keys sounding very warpy somewhat, the great vocals from Leon, with then trumpet I think from Keon Harold surprisingly. And it's still calm and beautiful throughout, but it gets pretty dramatic with the chorus and vocals all throughout. Saxophone from Terrace Martin and the drums. It's definitely a great song all throughout, with its R&B and jazz sounds, making it a top 3 song for me. Motorbike is another calm song with the plucky guitar and drums, with Leon's great vocals sounding like a road trip. It's just a beautiful and really enjoyable song that makes you feel good with the other airy sounds, background vocals, and strings coming in to make it more cinematic, but it's still very calm and it's definitely my favorite song. Steam is not a bad song at all, and it's definitely enjoyable with one of my favorite hooks with the vocal performance and how lively it gets, but it's not too enjoyable for me besides the chorus. It's a great sounding song, but I really wouldn't go back to this song over others. Why Don't You Touch Me brings another soulful and more slow feel, and I love the emotion he brings with his vocals on its own, making this song great. But then the calm guitar adds a lot to make this song great, and I love how lively and angelic the chorus gets. This is a top 5 definitely. Magnolias is another song like Steam where it sounds great, but it's not a song I go back to over other songs. I guess the trap style drums fit, but I think the 808s are somewhat too heavy, I guess. But overall, this is a good song with the trumpet and other keys coming in sounding great too, but not one of the songs I go back to a lot because there are other songs that pull off the relaxing feeling more than I like personally. Gold Diggers Jr.'s Fanfare is a little instrumental interlude with some triumphant sounding horns. While it's definitely the song I go back to the least, I still think it sounds great and love how suspenseful it gets. Details is then a song where I think he pulls off the more relaxing guitar-oriented feel really well in my opinion, going for a more lo-fi somewhat sound to it with the guitar and simplistic bassy drums, going to just looking into the beauty or importance of someone. I love the keys and horns that come in throughout like on the chorus to make it better, but I think it could have been shorter, maybe, but still one of my favorites. Sho Nuff is similar to Details with the lo-fi somewhat sound with the guitar and drums mostly, and I do think this song is better than Details because it's more interesting throughout the entire song. Again with more calm guitar and drums and great vocals sounding great, bringing a very calming vibe, sounding like something Daniel Caesar might do with the ink, I assume also coming in near the end, making the song better in a top 5 for me. For Sweeter, I do not want to be disrespectful, but I don't really like this song. Of course, I support the topic they're going with, talking about wanting peace for a sweeter life without racism, with this song being released around the death of George Floyd. I just don't like the sound of this song. That buzzing sound or whatever, and the drums, I don't think it sounds too good. I like the guitar and saxophone from Terrace Martin, which I would have maybe liked more from, and of course the vocals are incredible. You can definitely hear the pain somewhat, but this song kinda sounds plain to me, even with all these sounds. So again, I do like parts from it, and of course I'm not trying to hate on the message, but I don't care for how this song sounds. Don't Worry started very promising with the guitar, piano, and heavy bass, sounding western to me. I was also excited to see what Ink could do. And this is a great song with one of my favorite hooks, and I love what Leon and Ink do together. But it could have been shorter in my opinion. Doesn't sound bad and is somewhat able to keep my interest throughout the whole song, but I don't think it should have been almost 7 minutes. And could have been maybe around 5 minutes. But again, not a bad song. It's also weaker for me compared to other songs, so this is one of my least favorites. Blue Mesas is the outro, and I really loved it off the intro alone with incredible strengths, and after that going to a very saddening sounding song, going to how I guess even when you have fame and fans, you still feel lonely. With more pain sounding vocals, calm chords and drums, and the strings that come throughout make the song beautiful to me, making it a top 3 for me and a great outro. And all I really have to say left is, I love how he was able to show a lot going into feel-good love songs and really important topics. I don't care for it all, but still a great album. 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching.